The music is bumping. And my friend Adam and I are kings of our corner of the dance floor. I have 2 buttons of my shirt open, and I'm wearing the jeans that makes my ass look great. I know I look good. And you know, I'm dipping, and I'm shimmying, and I'm body rolling, and I am in my zone. So much so that I barely noticed that someone has walked up to us until they say, "Hey, sexy, do you want to dance?" To which I respond, "No, thank you, sir, but can I introduce you to my friend Adam?" Now, I am here at Town Dance Boutique to be the best wingman that I can be. Because, see, I'm straight, and I'm also very good at having people misidentify my orientation. To all of these handsome men, I am both alluring and also entirely unavailable. And back then, in my early 20s, I was pretty used to this. This would happen everywhere, at parties and on college tours, and weirdly enough, at work. Our coworkers would see Adam and I gossiping in each other's offices or going out in the middle of the day for long walks, and they would ask questions. They would ask, "You and Adam, what's going on there?" And so I got really used to saying the same thing. I would say, "Well, no, we're really good friends. I'm straight and Adam is queer, so if you know anyone, chances are one of us might be interested." And you know, this was a little bit awkward, but I didn't mind much, especially if it didn't affect my chances with Beth. Now, Beth worked in a different department, and so I would only see her once every couple months. But I knew from the way that I awkwardly waved hi, and she awkwardly waved back, and the way that when we talked, she never brought up Adam, that there might be something here. And obviously, you've probably picked up on the fact that I'm really bad at giving off the right romantic signals, and I am somehow worse at getting them. But at the same time, I still feel like, you know, Beth and I just need a chance, and maybe we could give this a shot. We got our chance at that year's holiday office Christmas party. Now, I had to miss most of it, but by the time I got there, the open bar had done its damage. I was catching up with my drunk coworkers when I see Beth out of the corner of my eye, and she spots me. She comes up, full of a holiday spirit, and she says, "Jay, I haven't seen you all night. Why don't we hang out more? We should get lunch sometime." We should. And so the next week, I take her to my favorite sandwich place near our office, Bub and Pops, that has the most delicious, messiest sandwiches, very romantic. But we barely touch our food. The conversation flows so easily, and I find so many things that I really like about her. Like, we both agree that flat whites are the best way to drink coffee, and she has this really slight smile that makes my stomach do flips. But best of all, when I ask her a question, she pauses and thinks before she gives her answer, which means she's both thoughtful and careful, my 2 biggest turn-ons. I'm feeling really good. I'm kind of falling for Beth. And I feel like, you know, we're ready to kind of take it to the next level. We've had lunch after lunch, and we've started getting coffee, flat whites, of course, regularly. I think we're ready for the next thing, which is an after-work hangout. Now, I sum up the courage to ask Beth to a show, an improv show. And to my delight, she says yes, and actually suggests maybe we should get dinner beforehand at Amsterdam Falafel. Now, this is not explicitly a date, but like, you know, a show and dinner at a place with a salad bar feels like a date on training wheels. And so I figured this is like a good dress rehearsal. This is a chance for me to see what a real one might be like. The big night comes, and I am ready. I'm focused. I'm on a mission to give off the right romantic signals and keep an eye out for good signs from Beth. Dinner is really good, and the improv show is okay. And when we walk out, Beth looks at me and she asks, "Hey, do you want to get a drink?" Good sign. We walk across the street to Tryst, which has turned its lights down from daytime coffee shop to everyone here is on a first date. And when we walk in, I see that one of the couches is open, and I make a beeline. If you've never been to Tryst before, you need to know that the couches have been around since the beginning of time. And they have no structural integrity. So when two people start sitting like this, very soon they are sitting like this. And if I learned anything from the rom-coms of my teens, it's that if two people's knees are touching and no one goes to move away, that's a good sign. And tonight, we have a good sign. Now, my confidence is building, and I'm feeling really good, but I feel like I really need one more good sign to feel like the question, "Hey, next time, how about a date?" would get an immediate, instinctive yes. And that's when Beth asks the question kind of out of the blue. She says, "Hey, were you and Adam ever a thing?" And I'm not really expecting this, but I know exactly what to say. No, actually, Adam and I are really, really good friends. Adam's queer, and I'm actually straight. So if you know someone, one of us might be interested. To which she smiles. And actually, this is all I've ever wanted. Dating where gender and orientation or spectra mean that you can't really take anything for granted. And I've always wanted someone who is brave enough to ask an awkward question and feel really happy to know that I was still an option. In all of this, I realized that I never really asked her what her dating situation was. And so I asked, "Hey Beth, what's dating been like for you in DC?" "Well, actually, I haven't had to date very much. I've been seeing my best friend for a little while, and she's amazing." We wrap up a really wonderful night, and I'm left to make the long walk home, feeling defeated and really, really guilty. All I wanted was for Beth to see me for who I was and look past initial assumptions, and I didn't give her the same grace. In the years since then, I've had a lot of practice of answering folks when they misidentified me. And I don't mind. Every time it really feels like an opportunity for me to answer a question and appreciate some boldness. And on my part, I feel like I have taken a cue from my good friend Beth and taken on some courage myself. Asked instead of assumed. Because you never know when someone might be interested.